How you doing? Welcome. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Kervine, and this is Kervine's Corner.
Okay.
Hey y'all, this is Chad right here, one of the trainers. Hi, say hi, Chad. Hey y'all, welcome. How is everyone doing? I pray all is well. I'm trying something. Let me slow down. I pray all is well. I hope you're having a great Friday. Today is January 20th. It is a Friday, and your girl completed her 3-day workout week. I guess I'm trying to say that right. So, you know, the deal is for me to complete to be in the gym 3 times a week. So that makes sense. So I'm excited. I'm trying something new. I hope this sounds right. This sounds good. This is all brand new to me. So like I said, if I get something wrong, say something wrong, spell it something wrong, forgive me for my editing. And let's get into this. I have 4 things I want to talk about in this video. I want to talk about, I'm going to start with the list. I have a list here. So the first thing on the list, I have knowing yourself. Second is, what is your triggers? Triggers. Let's talk about triggers. And 3, what happens when you're on a different territory? 4, this is not a topic, but a little statement that I gave for myself. If it's not in the house, keep it out. It will be kept out your mouth, okay? So I'm excited. Understand all this information that I'm talking about. This is from my life experience. This is not from a discussion or anything like that. This is no research. This is from what I came on top of the dome. And I'm excited to share what's going on for the week. And if you like this type of side talking with my little picture on the side, let me know, and I'm willing to do more videos like that. I'd also have a scripture that goes a little bit something with this video. So let's get into it. Hey y'all, I'm back. So knowing yourself is the first topic. So I'm not going to too much speak on it. I don't want to prolong anything, but I have noticed that you have to know yourself in many ways. First, I think, let me start with this script. No, I'm gonna start with next one. I'm so sorry, I'm all over the place. Okay, so knowing yourself is really, really good. So sometimes there's people that needs to point out things to you that you may not know subconsciously or consciously or subconsciously, one of those two. And sometimes you may know some things and you may struggle with it, and you feel like, okay, how can I overcome? And you try to find resolution for those things. So this is what I have noticed about myself. I noticed that I can sometimes be easily given into the things that will have no benefit for me. I know that sometimes I won't push myself because I feel like certain things may have the mental capacity of this is going to hurt, or I can't do this, or I can't do that. Sometimes it's always a mental battle. Sometimes within myself, I know that I'm a binge eater, and sometimes I'm an emotional eater. I know that I cannot be, I have to be doing something, being idle. I'm ready thinking about what's my next meal and all the other stuff. Like I said, I don't want to get too much depth in myself, but those are the things I have known about myself and know that I have to pinpoint on some things. I noticed that when I started my journey of losing weight, period. I remember back in 2011, 2012, when I started with the bariatric program, I have noticed that 1, I was emotional eater. 2, I was a trigger eater. 3, I was a person who basically was almost a compulsive, almost will buy things and spend, and those things wasn't beneficial. It put more harm then good. I'm sounding like I'm going in circles, but it's good to know yourself so you know how to target and handle certain things that will have a better results in your life. Like I said, back in 2012, I started my weight loss journey, and I remember when I was on the road to getting bariatric surgery. Now I'm not on that same road anymore, but however, some of the tools before the surgery they give you, it does work. You just have to get the mindset on going. I basically I knew that I was a big juice drinker. Like during that time, I was a big juice drinker. I would have like maybe one bottle a day and drink juice constantly. And now to the point that because I have failed off so many times, I don't know if I'm making sense, but so many times I fell off the wagon of losing weight, I always now like stuck to water now, basically. And what I'm saying, knowing myself, I'm in circles, y'all. I need to do better writing things down, but knowing yourself is very important. Okay, I wish I could learn how to chop some things up, but I can't. All right, this is what you're gonna have to get. But knowing yourself is important so you can know what are your triggers, what are your strengths, what are your weakness, so you can be successful no matter what end of the spectrum that you are on. If you're very healthy or you're bulimic, whatever it may be, know yourself so you can know how to handle it, so you can change the results for your life. Period. Okay. So my second thing, let's talk about triggers. Okay. So this scripture I want to read to you is, and I always believe that everything that's physical, everything that is spiritual will also be used in the physical. So this is in Hebrews 12, verse 1, but I'm going to read verse 1 through 3 because 1 through 2, I really like it. And this is in the Christian Standard Bible. It says, therefore, since we also have such a large cloud of witnesses surrounding us, let us lay aside every hindrance and sin that easily ensnare us. Let us run with endurance the race that lies before us, keeping our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and the perfecter of our faith. For the joy that lays before him, he endured to the cross, despising the shame, and sat down at the right hand of God, right hand of the throne of God. So I just wanted to read verse 3 because I was like kind of a little sprinkle right there. But that was 2, but to carry on, I just wanted to do a little sprinkle. But my target on what he said, my target of this verse was, let us lay aside every hindrance and the sin that easily beset us. Now, of course, we definitely know that there are certain things that could hinder our walk getting close to Christ. But if I could put this into a workout perspective, I could say the triggers are not life. When I started my journey, being for real, last year, and if you want some of the recording of last year, I'll send it in. I had a lot of hindrance going on, and that was my hindrance. It wasn't the people around me. It was the hindrance that I knew that was present. Like, for example, basically I would go swimming in the morning, right? I would go swimming and everything, but after swimming, I'll go work out, and after workout, I will go and wait for my van. And when I wait for my van, I will be at the vending machine getting snacks and putting back the calories that I just finished dying over, burning calories in the pool, nearly drowning, and also all that work I did on the treadmill and all these other stuff I've done on the track just to go back to the vending machine, just to go eat Doritos, chips and stuff like that, brownies and muffins. And it's like, what was the point of doing that? What was the point of doing that? So it says, lay aside those easy things that get to you. I knew the fact that I loved that gym, and I knew the fact that this gym was the beginning of my journey before I went to CrossFit. And what I had to do was literally start training myself to leave my wallet behind. Not my ID, not my keys, but I'm gonna need that. But I had to be okay with leaving my wallet behind. Now, listen, growing up, mama said, always keep $2 or $3 in your pocket just in case anything went down. But I knew if I had $2 or $3 in my pocket, it would have went down the vending machine flat. I'm gonna be truthful with my truth, okay? Shame the devil, tell the truth, okay? I knew that in that area, in that vicinity, that couldn't be a help and a hindrance for me at the same place at the same time. So I knew for a fact that I said, okay, you're gonna have to master leaving your wallet at home. But not only that, I'm also a student in college right now. And a couple of semesters ago, I had to train myself then to stop bringing my wallet to school, because I would literally go in the middle of class, go take a break and go to the vending machine. And the vending machine was in all the floors, every corner. Every time you turn around, it was a vending machine. Now, I can't tell these people to take the vending machine out because I'm gaining weight. That's not how it works. But I had to train myself to be obedient and say, yo, I know I want these results. And I know that these things are not going to keep me in a place that's not going to help me to prosper. So I need to cut it out, figure it out, and walk away from it. So I knew that was my triggers. I knew also as well was when I went to certain people's house, I knew that I had to bring my own food because I knew the lifestyle of the way I ate before had to change. I knew that I had to carry some little healthy snacks, even if it was seaweed chips, even if it was celery or carrots, even though, I don't really too big. I like to have it cold, I don't want to keep it warm or whatever. But the point is, I had to know where my triggers and where was the location where I was going to be at. I want to give you a testimony. So this week, I started class on Wednesday, and I was in a new building. Now, this new building I never seen before. This is in a different area. And I already had the old building mapped down because I'm like, I already know where the vending machine is on left, what is on the other, the other hall, the other corners and stuff. And I'm like, okay, Kervin, this is a whole new territory. And I remember, this is so bad, y'all. I remember asking someone, I said, let me ask you a question. You think they got the cafe in there? Do you got the cafe in that building? And they're like, oh no, they don't got the cafe. They don't got the cafe. They was like, and I literally asked, is there any vending machine? They was like, no. And for some reason, my big self is gonna find a vending machine before I'm gonna find an exit out of a building just in case of a fire. Somebody help me here, okay? So I end up within 15 minutes being in that building. I already found the lounge. I found the vending machine. And y'all, your girl done messed up. I done brought my wallet with me. And I said, okay, Kervin, calm down. You haven't been to the vending machine for a long time. Think before you try to think before you act crazy. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get these veggie chips, and these veggie chips was bomb. And before you know it, and I got myself a bottle of water, and I said, before you know it, I was cool. I was fine. Oh yeah, we gonna talk at topic number 3. I don't know if I forgot to mention, but we gonna topic number 3. When you're on a different territory. Y'all, charge it to my head, not to my heart. But long story short, I was in the building and I ate a chip during before class. But then I got out of class pretty early, and I ended up going back to the vending machine, getting 3 more other snacks, the 2 veggie chips and a bag of Doritos. I was like, Curvine. And I'm like, when I got home snacking and I'm looking at, first of all, it was good. I ain't gonna hold you. It was good, okay? But I sat back and I was like, okay, you know you're going back to a cycle. You know this is a trigger for you. You know this is gonna mess you up. You know it's gonna go against the grain on where you're trying to stomp at. This is going to mess you up. And listen, I'm not that type of person where people be like, oh well, it's okay to have one. It's okay to have a little here and there. That's not my type of story. My type of story, if I have one, baby, I could backslide all the way. Oh, baby, I could flip all the way, okay? So I have to be careful. So it's not easy for me, well, you just have one. Yeah, I'd rather have none than just have one. Now, for those who can, be my guest. I just feel like if it's out of sight, out of mind, you know? So on that being said, also, the topic that I have gave myself, not the topic, but the saying I gave it to myself is, well, from that being said, basically, you know, I learned that I know about myself that to leave my wallet home a certain destination, and basically I have to do, yeah, y'all, I just, oh God, I'm everywhere. But anywho, y'all, and the thing, and then my saying is, if it's not in the house, it will stay out your mouth. Listen, honestly, I'm more successful losing weight when I have the right things at home. I honestly tell you that. I have seen the progress when I literally don't bring certain things into my home, and I literally just be okay with it. I learned that if I have it in my home, I am more tempted to reach and touch and eat and just feel all guilty and all sad inside and yada yada yada. So my lesson is, if it's not in the house, keep it out your mouth. Or if it's not in the house, stay out your mouth or whatever. But y'all, I mean, if you end up watching all the way to the end of this video, I love you. I appreciate you. This is new for me and I want to be more organized. So I just thank you for even having patience for letting me like talk in your ear. I thank you for even just being here with me right now on this journey. I'm totally excited. This is week 3 and I'm ready for the rest of this month so I could kill the rest of this month out. You hear me? So know that I love you. Know that Christ loves you way, way more. And I really, really appreciate you. Okay? All right. Bye. Be safe.